What if you could start a real paying business this week with $0 invested? No product to buy, no equipment to rent, no website to build, no business plan to write. Just a skill you already have, a phone you already own, and the willingness to actually show up and do the work. These business models exist, not as theory, not as YouTube fantasy, but as real working income that thousands of regular people build every year from nothing. I'm going to show you exactly how. Welcome to Off Clock Hustle. The biggest lie in entrepreneurship, the one that keeps more people stuck than anything else, is that you need money to make money. For local service businesses built around skills you already have, that is completely and provably false. Today, I'm covering the zero investment path. Service businesses you can start this week using nothing but your time, your existing abilities, and a phone. I'm also walking through exactly how to land your first customer without spending a single dollar on marketing. Let's go. The fastest zero investment business always starts from skills you already have right now, today. Not skills you're planning to learn, not skills you used to have. What can you do right now that other people would pay for? Cleaning is consistently one of the most accessible starting points. House cleaning, post-move cleaning, Airbnb turnovers, small office cleaning. A first-time cleaner can use basic supplies already under their sink, all-purpose spray, microfiber cloths, a mop and bucket, and do a professional quality job on day one. First job income buys your proper supply kit for $60 to $80. You're now a legitimate operation. Average rate, $30 to $45 per hour, or $100 to $150 flat rate for a standard residential clean. Lawn care and yard work can start with equipment you already own, or equipment your first clients own. Many homeowners will let you use their mower on their property to get the job done. Startup requirement, $0. Average rate, $40 to $75 per yard, depending on size and market. Handyman work if you know how to hang things, fix basic repairs, paint, assemble furniture, or handle common home improvement tasks. Most states don't require a license for handyman work under a certain dollar threshold. Average rate, $50 to $80 per hour for capable, reliable handyman service. Dog walking and pet sitting, literally zero investment required. Rover as a platform handles the customer connection. Average rate, $20 to $35 per walk, $50 to $80 per night for pet sitting. If you're reliable and animals like you, this side hustle runs on reputation alone after the first few reviews. Tutoring in any subject you're genuinely strong in, math, science, a foreign language, test prep, music, specific software skills. No license, no setup costs, no overhead. Just knowledge that other people's kids or adults need. Rate, $25 to $80 per hour depending on subject and level. The question to ask yourself is not, what business should I start? But it's, what can I already do that someone will pay me for? Start there, and everything else follows. Here's the most underrated marketing channel for a zero-budget local service business: the neighborhood you live in, or a target neighborhood you drive through. Physical presence and direct conversation cost you nothing but time, and they work. A walk around any neighborhood tells you exactly who needs what. Long overgrown grass, potential lawn care customer. Dirty siding on a house, potential pressure washing lead. Windows you can barely see through, potential window cleaning job. Leaves piling up against the fence in fall, yard cleanup opportunity. You're reading a visual menu of paid work just by walking around with your eyes open. The approach: knock on doors or leave a simple, clear door hanger. Introduce yourself directly. Hey, I'm building my service business in the neighborhood. I can do your lawn, clean your house, haul that junk, full starting price. Is hat something you'd want done this week? I know this feels awkward the first 2 or 3 times. By door 10, you're completely comfortable. By door 20, you probably have a booking. The direct approach works because you're presenting a solution to a visible problem at the exact moment the person is reminded of it. Most people who say no thank you say it politely. The people who say yes become your first clients and your first word-of-mouth advocates. You only need one yes to have a business. Go find it. Facebook Marketplace, Nextdoor, and Craigslist all have services sections where local customers actively search and post requests. Creating a listing costs you nothing. The only investment is the 15 minutes it takes to write a clear, confident post. A strong service listing does these things, tells the reader exactly what you do, provides a starting price so they're not in the dark, shows a relevant photo if possible, and makes it easy to contact you. Simple as that. Your post might read, local house cleaning available in your neighborhood city, weekly, bi-weekly or one-time deep cleans, starting at $100 for a standard clean, reliable, thorough, and communicative. Message me for a free estimate. Post it on all 3 platforms. Refresh it every 3 to 5 days to keep it visible. This generates inbound leads from people who are already looking and already ready to buy. Some service businesses run entirely on these free platforms for months or even years, especially in the early growth phase. You don't need ads when you have consistent free platforms reaching motivated buyers. Local Facebook community groups are an additional layer. Every city and neighborhood has them. Post a short, friendly introduction to your service in the group. Don't spam. Post once. Respond to questions. Let the community do the word-of-mouth work. A common reason people delay starting is, I need to set up the business first. You don't. You can start taking payments as an individual immediately using Venmo, Cash App, Zelle, or PayPal. All free, all instant, all professional enough for early-stage work. Most small service transactions happen through these apps as naturally as paying a friend back. As you grow and the income becomes consistent, say you're doing $800 to $1,000 a month, that's when you formalize. Open a business checking account, which most banks offer free for small businesses. Get a simple business license, which most municipalities require and which typically costs $50 to $100 for a DBA registration. Get basic general liability insurance once you have regular clients in other people's homes, typically $40 to $80 per month for cleaning or handyman, worth every dollar once the income is there. But none of these are day one requirements. Take action first. Formalize as the revenue arrives and justifies it. The zero investment beginner mistake that I see constantly, pricing too low because you feel like you need to compete at the bottom to get clients. This logic sounds right but creates serious problems. Underpriced services attract clients who never see value in what you do and will push back on any rate increase. They want more for less, always. And racing to the bottom against every competitor means you're exhausting yourself for margins that don't justify the effort. Better approach: find out what the market rate is in your specific area for your specific service by looking at competitor listings on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace. Position yourself in the low to mid-range, not the absolute cheapest, but competitive. Then over-deliver on quality, show up exactly when you said you would, communicate proactively, and leave the customer with a better result than they expected. Let your quality differentiate you rather than your price. Customers who experience genuinely good work and good communication will pay more over time and will refer you to everyone they know. Those referrals are worth more than a rock-bottom price ever will be. Here's the exact sequence to get your first paying client this week. 1. Identify one service you can deliver based on skills you have right now. 2. Write 2 sentences describing what you do and what you charge. 3. Post those 2 sentences on Facebook Marketplace, Nextdoor, and one local Facebook group. 4. Text 5 people you know and tell them you're offering the service. Ask if they know anyone who needs it. 5. Walk your neighborhood or a target neighborhood and knock on 10 doors or leave door hangers on 10 houses. 6. When someone says yes, show up on time, do excellent work, ask for a review and 1 referral. Do all of this by the end of the week. Your first customer is that close. Seriously, the only thing between you and having a business is taking the steps. Zero investment service business. Start with skills you already have. Use your neighborhood and free platforms to generate your first customers. Price fairly, over-deliver consistently, collect reviews, and grow from there. Formalize the business registration and insurance as your revenue grows and makes it warranted. The only investment this model requires is your time and your decision to start. What service would you start if you had to begin this week with nothing? Drop it in the comments. I genuinely want to know. Every single week, someone in the comments shares something that inspires other people watching. Subscribe for real-world side hustle content. See you next time. Script 025, Off Clock Hustle, Zero Investment Service Business.